Alright, so this problem looks at subtracting one polynomial from another. And the key thing to remember here is that this subtraction sign here is actually being applied to this entire polynomial. So you're going to subtract every term in here from this term out in front. So this term we have out in front here, these parentheses are actually kind of unnecessary, but we'll leave them in for right now. We're going to focus on this second one right here. So if we look at this, we're subtracting every term in here from this stuff out in front. So actually I take that back. I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite this, because these parentheses really don't matter. They're just essentially grouping this polynomial together, but nothing is being applied to this stuff in the parentheses, so they're really unnecessary. However, these ones are, because this would be a very different problem if these parentheses weren't here, because then the subtraction sign would only apply to this first term here in the second polynomial. But since the subtraction sign is out in front of this parentheses, again, that means we're subtracting everything in here. So we need to apply the subtraction sign to every term in the polynomial. So if we subtract something that's positive, the negative wins. So this becomes a minus 3x squared. But if you subtract a negative, if you have a double negative like this, it becomes a positive. So that is now plus 6x. And then again, we're subtracting a positive term, the negative wins. So that's minus 2. And then like we saw in the previous problem, we're going to combine our like terms. So we'll start with the x squared terms. So we've got, again, you can put this sort of implied 1 here. So if we have 1x squared minus 3x squared, so we've got 1 minus 3. So when you're dealing with positives and negatives, I actually find it's really helpful to think of it in terms of money. So I had $1, I lost 3, that means I am now $2 in the hole, that negative 2. And then we just stick on our coefficient. Alright, so now if we move on to our x terms, we've got a positive 2x and a positive 6x, so 2 plus 6 gives us positive 8. And then lastly we have 1 minus 2, and again if I had $1 and then I lose 2, I am now $1 in the hole. Please let me know if you have any questions.